Okay. Back at it again. At Krispy Kreme. That's what we're starting with. Okay. I wanted to mess with the guards, so... Do I remember how to do pathfinding stuff? Yeah, this song is definitely hitting the nostalgia there. It's a bummer Italics doesn't do YouTube videos. Okay. Do I remember how to do pathfinding? Do I remember how to do pathfinding? No, I don't remember how to do pathfinding. Oh, I got no clue how to do pathfinding. Totally forgot. It's not like a... let's see if I can add a... There's so much stuff here. It's like, okay, these are missing. Just get rid of them. Okay. So, it's not pathfinding, right? Wow, and I can't even spell anyway. Navigation. Navmesh agent. There we go. Okay, because then this is also going to need... Okay. AI navigation package. You make it look like it's a button that I can press. But apparently it is not. The package manager. AI navigation package. Gee, thanks. Oh, wait. This is the rest of the album that I just finished. I just wanted to listen to a little bit of that song that reminded me of Italics. Who I suppose I could go check out on Twitch if I remember the schedule. Okay, so let's listen to the not remastered version. It'd be kind of fun to do this and then listen to the remastered version and see. If I can tell much of a difference. This is just to look at it. Oh, or maybe you are installing it. Did you install it? AI navigation. You did install it. Okay, the button just didn't seem to respond. Speaking of, is the thing responding or not? drag this onto here, please? Thank you. Gee whiz. Okay, so nav mesh agent, and then I need a nav mesh obstacle for the crates. So nav mesh obstacle. And then there's the dynamic versus static or something, right? Yeah, it's a box, not a capsule. Sure, whatever. The basics are fine for now. So now window, AI, navigation. Aha, okay. That's fine. Yeah, all the default like base stuff is fine. How does one... Why is it on the main menu? Really? Forget how to set this up as a navigable space. Is that another one of those? No. That's why I was looking at this, is because I thought there was like bake the nav mesh. Huh? Reassigns the legacy bake to nav mesh to a nav mesh service on game object named navigation. Okay, well, let's just make sure that the additions that I made do not cause anything to explode, which I kind of doubt. But oh, I kind of wanted to have a stunned animation too, just because that sounds kind of fun. Oh, I need to get the actual like quaffing of the potions at some point too, and the jump needs to get fixed at some point too. Bop. 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 Why did I slip and fall off of that thing? Huh. Yeah, like the fire potion and the water potions aren't really supposed to be doing much. At least that one's working. And that was cool. So. Oh, yeah, I was trying to come up with a name. Nope, not right now. I tried for a bit and didn't get anywhere. Okay. Because it's like nav mesh something? Right? Or maybe nav... nav mesh agent, and then agent dot... Yeah, destination. So this is when it makes So the warehouse, when it spawns in the enemies. Oh, instantiate guard. Well, for now, I just want to make sure that it can navigate to the player. Because what it's really going to be is when something enters the trigger, that then it would say, okay, if it's a player, then go after the player. But right now it's going to be just guard clone. Get components, guard, and then target is going to be equal to the player, which I don't think I have the player in here as an object, so let's do that too. And then the guard does not have a target object either. And then it needs to actually say, like, move towards the thing, right? Oh, that's set destination. To hit target. But isn't there like a move towards the thing? A lot of this is like, just look it up, and by look it up, I mean watch that Brachy's video. Velocity, maybe? Speed, maybe? Resume? So let's just try speed. I don't think this is going to do anything. And I'll have to look up the tutorial on how to do pathfinding again. Because like I said, I think there's a figuring out what is navigable first. Goal. I think we'll turn that off. Okay, this most likely will not. Okay, let's do here. Make sure the speed is something. And then we go to here and make sure the Oh, you should have a player.
I never know what to do myself. I don't know how to behave or what to say in a situation.
Player, game. Oh, I didn't save.
I want there because I feel like I'm
Funny enough that I actually remembered
and that's
that I need to set this up, and yet.
want for the most part. They want to feel like they belong.
Oh, guard. Oh, player. In this case, target. Because, yeah, no, that's true. I want them to possibly chase each other. Is that, like, if you charm a guard, they'll go after some other target. So it's not necessarily the player. Okay. There, be happy. So, player is this player capsule. Yeah, I don't need either of these right now. And the goal is a prefab? Yes. So I don't really need that here either. Want some space. Okay, so now I should be able to hit play. Hope it doesn't explode. And also, there should be no differences, I would assume. Because I don't believe I've set up the navigation correctly. Shoot. Okay, so what is the issue? Okay, there we go. So that will spawn a goal and place it. Once I make sure that there is a goal to spawn, then I can try to fix this. Set destination can only be called on an active agent that has been placed on a nav mesh. Yeah, okay. I'm like, so how do I make the plane a nav mesh again? That's the step I'm forgetting. So, you, the goal. Okay, so how does this become a nav mesh? Which I feel like is this thing. Where's the, like... No, I don't need another kind of agent. There's one last thing for actually generating the nav mesh. Yeah, but this was changing it into something else. So it's not window? Dadgummit. Okay, there's a Brachy's video that's about navigation. There we go. Yeah, this.
In this video, you'll learn how to create simple pathfinding using Unity's map mesh features. At the end, we'll have a working pathfinding system where the player can click anywhere on the level and the character will then find the shortest path there. To do that, we'll be baking a navigation mesh using the nav mesh surface component, which allows us to define walkable surfaces for our agent. We'll then write a script to control the nav mesh agent along the surface. Also, this video is sponsored by Unity. Alright, let's get started. So as you can see, I've set up this simple example scene. In here, we have a player that's the green cylinder here, as well as a tiny level. The level consists of a ground cube, and on top of that, some walls. And that's pretty much it. Now, the improved high-level nav mesh components are available now. As you can see, I've included them in my project here. You can use the link in the description to get both the nav mesh components as well as this example scene. Alright, so the first thing that we want to do is bake a nav mesh. This means that we will define what surfaces are walkable for our agent. To do that, let's go to the hierarchy, let's right-click, go create empty, let's reset the transform on this, and let's rename it to nav mesh. Let's then drag it to the top so it needs to be seen. So this game object is going to be responsible for baking our nav mesh. To make it do this, let's say add component, and we'll add in the nav mesh surface component. Here we have a few different settings, but if we just go ahead and hit bake, we can see that right away Unity creates a nav.
Okay, that's... So, is there this nav mesh surface component? Because that was from like 6 years ago. I don't know if that's still a thing. Nav mesh. Oh, okay, surface. And then hit bake. It should be super simple because there's nothing on it. Yeah. Because I'm doing procedural stuff. Okay, so now, let's see. It didn't explode. They're freaking out. They're all freaking out. Why are they freaking out? Oh, they're coming for me! I don't know if they're pathfinding their way out or if they're just knocking everything over. Okay, this is looking like that other game I did. Okay, so that worked a lot better and faster than I would have thought. So, let's slow that down. A lot, yeah, we're gonna just slow it down a lot. They're just gonna slowly come after the player. And I also want to see if... Well, can I see the nav mesh if I pause it? Okay, you're just blatantly running straight through these boxes, aren't you? No, wait, you seem to be avoiding him, maybe. Well, this one seemed to be avoiding him. No. Y'all should be getting around the things. Hey, look, it's the goal. Well, they are moving super slow. They're not pathfinding around this though. Yeah, I was like, I think that's... Okay, wait, so the U. Carve, there we go. Okay, so then let's see if the nav mesh actually... Okay, so I needed one little reminder about nav mesh. I mean, something's getting carved out a little bit, it looks like. Because why else would it be slicing it into these tiny little things here? Okay, maybe they need to be bigger? Oh, okay, once it's stationary, it becomes navigable. Move threshold? Oh, is this the same size as the... No. So if I do a 2.4, aha, and a 2.4, aha, and a 2.4, aha, and then I do a 1.2, aha, there we go. Now the nav mesh box is the size of the box. Oh, I think because of the physics, they were just running into the box, which is why it might have looked a little bit like a pathfinding or something. Wow, that's a tall tower. Oh, you look like you're getting around the boxes. So this. Yeah, there we go. Okay. I don't know how they're going to deal with the fact that the character's way up in the air, but... Okay, good. And they all have paths through the boxes. Oh, hell yeah. So now, they can actually come get me. Stay on the boxes, please. Maybe they need to move a little faster. Whoops. Oh no, my tower! So what happens if I do something like that, too? Oops. What if I do something like that, too? So what does that look like on pathfinding? Oh, okay, so they're still... They're not going to try to go through a ghost box, which that's fine. That's good. Despite the fact that the box is, in fact... Yeah, so maybe 2 is a little too slow. Oh no! There we go. I need to get rid of this jetpack, though. Okay, there's a good chunk of you that are just derping out. Okay, so if I'm on the nav mesh... Two is too slow for testing purposes. I don't want them to run super crazy and destroy the boxes as they run, though. That's the real issue. Oh, and I have all those empty spots. So I can do a patrol route that is... Okay, so are you all finding a way through the maze? No. There are many... Oh, because I'm not on the nav mesh. I have to stay on the nav mesh. Yeah, that's very clearly, like, that's the last spot that the player was at. So if I drop down here, and then I do this... Huh. But I saw that the nav mesh was navigable. I mean, it looks like it's navigable. But there's a lot of you that are just kind of derping out. Hmm. Okay, so I'm trying to think of, like, if I had like a guard in Dishonored, like what are the states of... Okay, how about let's do a list of destinations for its patrol route. And because I'm lazy, that'll probably be a public list of vector 3s, maybe? Because it's probably just positions. Patrol route. Okay. And then here... Well, it probably only needs it here. I don't know. Well, let's see. Yeah, let's test that first, and then I can start trying to add a patrol route. Yeah, and then maybe some kind of state machine or something. I know there's different ways of doing AI, and I don't remember what all they are or how to do them because I have not messed with it much, and it's something that I very much should. I mean, that's what this is supposed to... It's not what this is supposed to be, but that's what this is ending up being, is a test of doing first person. Okay, answer's no. Set destination. Target needs to be set constantly. Okay, let's try figuring out this. The jump here. It's because this is supposed to cap the max speed, and it does not seem to be doing jack diddly. Yeah, max speed. If the magnitude is greater than the max speed of 0, then the velocity should be capped to the max speed, which is 0. And this doesn't seem to be doing anything, despite the fact that everything is using this. That's what's adding. It's getting the force add from this and stuff. Oh, I don't have one for, whatchamacallit. I don't have a bool for grounded. Oh my goodness. Not what I wanted. Bool. Grounded. What? Why is this now a thing? What? Why? That wasn't a thing earlier. Why was that suddenly a thing? Okay. Whoa, whatever. Okay, just whatever. On collision, stay? Yes, probably. On collision, stay. If the offending collision game object name. Oh, but that's also the boxes too. Well, and the crates, they don't have a tag, and they shouldn't be tagged as ground. There's something else entirely. Okay, well, if it's crate or if it's tagged as ground. Tag equals the ground. No, that's what. This is why I think that's why you do the raycast. Let's say physics.raycast, and then if the raycast, yeah, instead of just a collision. Okay, everything's on fixed update, so might as well keep it on fixed update. So now here, physics dot raycast. Origin being transform dot position. The direction being vector 3 dot down. The distance is infinite. I think I want to do out raycast hit info, right? Or do I? I might be able to get away with that. I mean, I could just do that. So now just if. No, that's if it hits anything below it, then it's grounded, which is, that's not true. So then I think I do want out raycast hit. So out hit. So raycast hit. There's a fair amount of this that I'm just kind of brushing off my brain because I've messed with it before. Like most likely? Shoot. And then raycast hit dot distance is less than 0.001. So just a very short distance. And then if. Yeah, meaning I could do an and, but I think it's the out has to go somewhere else. So then grounded is true. Otherwise, it's false. And then for jumping, if you wish to jump, and grounded. Okay. Yeah, it's because I want that nice clean, like, you can accelerate. Because right now, this will say, okay, you can only do one kind of jump. When you clearly want to hold the button to get higher. I don't know why it's being picky about it. Yeah, okay. So now, because it did it once. Yeah, so now instead of a... If I'm not using those other things, I should get rid of them. Oh, jump force is only 5. So 500. But it's because it's not over a bunch of different frames that it's adding 5 force. It's only adding it during the one frame when you're actually touching the ground. Okay, so let's check and see if it's actually getting grounded or not. My theory is that it's not. What do you mean log warning? Just a log. Yeah, and I would fix up the menus except for the fact that I don't know what to call it a game. Don't entirely know. I'm doing the same kind of theming I've been doing for a few different games, but I might want to change it just a little bit, just because. So no, it's not doing it. Okay, well then go in here and do a debug dot log. It might be because it's from the middle of the character and not the base of the character. Hit distance is the raycast hit distance. Yeah, this isn't really going to fix jumping in the way I want it to be fixed. I want it to be that it caps at a certain velocity. I've made a good feeling jump before, and I don't entirely recall how I did it. Yeah, okay, hit distance is 2.3. Wait, it should be... Okay, that's a bit much. So 500 is a bit much. I'm gonna go straight through the ground if I ever get back. I'm still going up. Now it's going back down. Okay, but pressing jump again is not doing anything. So maybe 5 was okay? Yeah, I didn't think so. Okay, so we'll do like 1 then. And then we're gonna cap the jump at a lot less of a... Every time it takes too long to load, I just want to load something else if it's gonna be so dumb. Okay, I need to move this dumb dad blasted mother flippin' script up to where it's actually visible and usable. There we go. Jump force 5. Squeeps me. Dadgummit. Okay. 5. Match up with the thing. Well, maybe now that it'll be grounded a little easier. I mean, it should be casting it into whatever object, not... So now it is grounded. Oh, that's actually not bad. Why is it not hitting the crate? Oh, that seems quite high. Oh. Huh. Oh. Okay, now this is exactly what I want. Yeah, because it takes you a little while to be not grounded, so it does actually add a little more force. So you can jump a little higher. The problem is jumping on a crate goofs up the thing. Wait, 2.3, and then it felt like if I jumped on here, 2.3. That's just kind of weird and wild and wacky, huh? I think I'm gonna go use the restroom. Okay, so the jump is actually getting closer than I thought. Okay, it did stay. Okay. It's just because absolutely nobody's shown up today that I'm afraid that, oh, all the bots are gonna get pulled off of my followers, and then it's just because I hit that goal of 175 followers that I'm like, I want to keep it for a little bit. Wait, it like automatic. Yeah, okay, so it did automatically set a new goal of 190. Where's the... That's settings. I want the... No, I want this on video producer, so let's keep that on video producer. And say here, pull up my creator dashboard, maybe. Community, is that the goal? Activity? No. Engagement? No. Yeah, today has been absolutely dead. Kinda surprised. Okay, good to know. Oh, good to know that the Vtuber tag is doing a lot for me too. Oh, lots of impression off of pixel art, but not a lot of views. Interesting. It's not what I was looking at. What I was trying to find was my goals. I want to set it to 215 instead of 190. It's like, why make it harder if you're not even close to 190? And the answer is, I just want to compete with my my friends who did this for a lot less than me and who have a lot more followers. Because I stream uninteresting things at bad times. Because that's what interests me and that's what I have available. Achievements? Where in the heck is modifying the goal? No. The goal, please. It's not viewer rewards, it's a reward for myself as to whether I hit the goal or not. Okay, and I know it's easily viewable on... Why is it easily viewable on my channel? And yet, if I want to edit it or modify it... Because I'm pretty sure I set 175 as the thing. Why are you... I just wanted to modify the goal. Just wanted to bump it up and make it harder for myself. And I don't know where to do that. Edit. Edit the goal. Here. Report it. It's boring. Edit panels. It's not a panel. It's this goal thing. Okay. There's a menu that I'm missing, and I continue to miss. Twitch. Change. Goal. Where's the menu for changing goals? Community goals. Set up a quick action. Locate the manage goals, and then click add. Okay, I've seen quick actions somewhere too. It's Stream Manager, Creator Dashboard, and then plus under Quick Actions. Okay, the quick actions are not quick to me. They're confusing. Like, I don't need multiple versions of my Twitch stream. I do? Yes, because these are all supposed to stay, so... So not my channel. I want to go to creator dashboard. And it said plus under quick actions. I've seen quick actions before. In the creator dashboard. Okay, so it said specifically the creator dashboard. Why do you do this? I saw it just a moment ago. Okay, so go back. And then if I click on this, there's creator dashboard. Why is it different when I go to different places? Okay. Click the plus icon under quick actions. Those are my action. And I've set up alerts. At least one or two of them. That's my stream schedule. Stream info. Quick actions. Where in the heck is quick actions? That's that. Alerts? No, that's something else. Community? No, it's not that either. Why in the heck is this so difficult for me? I've seen quick actions before. Creating a goal. From quick actions, select section in the stream manager. Stream manager. Quick actions. There we go. Okay, that is not intuitive. I want to up the number on the goal. The goal amount. Auto goal, no. I want it 215 so that I can compete with a friend. Really? I found it finally. You sucketh. Goal amount. I guess I know that's what you recommend. I would like to do something in the recommended. Automatically level up your goal upon achievement updating at the end of your stream. Yes, I suppose. Set up goal alerts. Okay, I guess I'm gonna do this later. Why can't I change it, you dumb? If I turn off the automatic, it doesn't let me change it either? I could have sworn I set it at 175, but maybe I didn't. Whatever. Okay, bugger off with this. Not intuitive. What is it? Something and churlish? Immature and churlish. Not even related, but okay. The issue with hitting the ground is that I believe this is not actually picking up the top of the box. Somehow it's picking up the plane, but it's not picking up the box collider. I think. That is my theory. My game theory. I have never, not never, I've bound to have watched a game theory video, but I have not watched much game theory at all. Like I said, I'm bound to have watched one, but I can't think of any. This can's a lot harder to drink out of when it's completely exploded and inside out. So, transform the position .x and then .y and .z. But this I want to do plus or minus rather 0.01f. It's probably too much because I don't really need to modify it much, but I think that's my theory, is that the ray is missing the top of the box. So if I move it up into the character just a little bit. Then it should hit the top of the box. Okay, so it's grounded. The hit distance is still 2.4. It's because it's the size of the box. Okay, can I see the ray that's being cast? Okay, we're gonna do that. No. Okay, so maybe I'm gonna do that. And then maybe shrink that a little bit, because it is just a small amount, not a large amount. Yeah, the further I move it up into the character, the less ground it'll have. The less grounding it'll have. Hey, there we go. Uh-oh. Okay, so now... Sweet. Now you don't fly off into the stratosphere, but you still have an ability to platform. Still a tad clunky, but... Why is it sort of working? Whoops. I need to change the size on these. Okay, so jumping is working. That's great. Yeah, it'd be climbing up the boxes would be a fantastic thing to add. So that you could do something like this. But just... Yeah, like I said, I think I need to change the boxes and stuff too. Yeah, okay, this makes it so that you can jump off of even knocked over boxes and stuff. Yeah, there we go. Okay, cool. Jumping fixed. So that means I don't need these anymore. Jumping fixed to where it feels pretty good. It's the moving after you are in the air feels a little awkward. But I think the jump itself actually feels good. And the other nice thing about this is that if you press jump right before you hit the ground, you still get the jump off. So this does give you a bit of that. Well, it's not coyote time, but... Well, I guess that would be the thing to do coyote time. Be grounded. Would have a couple of frames of... So if grounded is, or rather this, if the distance is less than this and like the elapsed time is less than a certain amount, then it's not grounded. Well, it's really just this, if here and the elapsed time. Yeah, it's not a full second, but like a quarter of a second or something, then it would be grounded as false. I mean, if I am thinking about it and I want to add coyote time, then why not? If I've never really done it, because I've never really done much platforming stuff, maybe I should think about it. So this is the... So then here, if that's not on the ground, then here it would be... Well, I guess when it's grounded, then it's elapsed time. Okay, so that's a different variable here. Not public, definitely not public here. Because I don't really want to do just a generic, like, elapsed time. So coyote time should just start at 0. And then here, when it's grounded, coyote time is 0. And then here, coyote time plus plus. I think I did float. Yeah. Uh, 60 frames a second. And I want to do like not half a second, a little less than half a second. So, coyote time is less than, no, yes, no, it's greater than, like 20. I really shouldn't be having that strict, like, 20 number in there, but it's all this stuff can be fixed at a later date if I stick with this project. I think, unfortunately, the visual style I picked only works for something like Minecraft, where you have an infinite world. I think this low-res voxel style is really only interesting to me, for the most part. Okay, so now you can do super jumps. So a little less than that. Maybe like 3. You get 3 extra frames of coyote time. What's the purple? I don't remember having a purple character. Wow, that's funny that adding just a couple extra frames is this is super jump. Okay, maybe we get rid of coyote time. Sorry, coyote time. Okay. I will mess with that at a later date if I want to add it, which most likely meh. So, the guards again? Maybe we'll just start from the top and start going down. Okay, fix jumping was a bug that I have now fixed. So... there's a don't destroy on load, right? That I called something else. Load between scenes. So don't destroy on load. Now, the problem is if you go from the start scene to the next scene and then go back to the start scene, then there's 2 of the same. So how do you get rid of the first one? Because that's really, because it needs to be in here. So it's the if the don't destroy on load that music object. It's just when you go back into that starting scene, there's two of them. So then it's destroy on load. Then it's destroy if there is another object of. Well, okay, wait. Is find game object? Find. Object by type. No, game object find rather. Game object dot find finds a game object by name. Find all? Find any object of type. Find objects of type. Find with tag. Okay, how about Unity don't destroy unload? Because that may or may not say how to solve this. Unity don't destroy onload. Okay, there we go. That's what I want. Destroy any X. Yeah, okay, so they do have a script that does this for you. And then it's on awake too. On awake and don't destroy. Okay, so let's just snag their code because that's exactly what they want you to be doing. That's exactly what I want to do. There we go. Okay, so now find game object with tag music. I like to capitalize my tags, not that it really matters. So we're going to add a music tag. Speaking of music. Oh, wait. You know what? That was my curiosity here is, can I spot the difference? Okay. Music. So then you don't have it because it's in the main menu. Music, tag it as music. There we go. Okay. So now hopefully, so let's turn on this god awful. I mean, they're both pretty bad. Okay, then we escape, go to the main menu. Okay, so that is solved. Music duplicating between scenes, scene transitions. And then the main menu also needs to be a little more spunky. So, yeah, it's because each of them needs to kind of do their own button animation. Well, no, I guess I could just do a main menu animation. What did I have for this one? Are you not actually going to take 6 years to load it? Yes, you are. Okay, it's what I thought. Okay, at this point, we're just going to do a... So, we'll just do a main menu. And then everybody goes under that. Well, no, you're not actually. I think I really just want the buttons. Okay, so now this, I think I want to add an animator. And then actually animations. Do I have a main menu animator? I do have a main menu animator. What does that do? What does that look like? So now if I go to animator. Oh, that might be the transition. To no. Menu button animator? Menu buttons. Okay, I did do it. It's just an animation for the menu buttons. Okay, so what does this look like? Quit button, start button. Can I actually do that? Those things do exist, start button and quit button. Holy balls. Okay, so it latched onto the name and then did it as an animation. I was not expecting it to just do it. Okay, neat. Options needs to be where quit is, and then quit needs to move down. So add property. Okay, pause this. And by pause it, I mean just do that. No, do that. Yeah, okay, there. That's where they're ending up. So add the property of options buttons. Rect transform, what is it? Anchored position. Can I put it here? Can I move it down? No? What are you doing? Oh, options button there. Okay. So the options button should follow what the quit button is doing. So this. Did that do it? Okay, you're not actually starting there. And then the quit button here. Nope, 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 nope. Okay, and the quit button. So then... Options, why did you slide into there? Yeah, wait, I'm like, excuse me, options. You should be at exactly the same spot here. Going to exactly the same spot here. Except you, what? Why are you traveling at a different speed? Flippin' weird, man. They're going from one spot to the same spot, and yet options is moving at a different speed. Oh, you're ending at the wrong spot. That's what's happening. So here, copy it and paste it. No, god balls. Paste it. There we go. Okay, now, so it was just the ending is what was causing that issue. So now the quit button actually needs to be, so start button is, so quit is actually lagging behind both of them. And should also be positioned differently. 375, 475. So 575. And then it's slightly, yeah, okay, so they're all stacked like that. Pop, pop, pop. And pop, pop, pop. So start options. Quit. Oh wait, start. Options, quit. Okay. So now you're just positioned incorrectly. I think I need to separate them too. So start is it 0? Options negative 95, and then quit. Oh wait. Where are they ending? That's the real question. What? 10. 0. Okay, so then options is negative 90. 100. So then quit should be ending at like negative 200. Yes, okay, based on the current animation, which is incorrect. And then the 0 and no, 10 and 0. So quit would be yeah, 10. So add 10. This. Negative 190. There. Okay. Now they all need to be separated out again. Quit. Why are you... You're incorrect.
And that's really what people
I'm pretty sure I said 190.
like they belong.
There we go, you dumb. Bop, 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 bop. Okay, so now we need to separate them out a little more. Here. $375. Okay, how are they separated? I don't look at the animation. Shoot, it's all showing the animation. Turn off the animator? The animator's already off. What? Oh, because I'm on the animation screen. Here. So I don't look at the animation screen. That doesn't seem to matter. Okay, fudge face. Whatever. So I need to move the options down by, I'm gonna guess like 50. Okay, what do you, huh? Options. There we go. You get weirdly picky sometimes, Unity. I could do it by 100, but that seems like a lot. Yeah, but then I gotta do the math for this, which is... No, that's... Yeah, we're just doing that. That's easier math anyway. And then the quit button. Just add 100 to it. What? 375. Oh, add 200. So 775. There we go. Why did you just do that? You suck! I have to click on it so many times over. There we go. Now you're all separated out. So then this 10 to 0. Probably fine. This should be 20. I think it's a double lid. No, 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 no. This is the add. Well, it's because this is... Well, okay, it's the, whatever its finishing position is, plus 10. So whatever its final position is, so this is 400. And then this is 410. No. 390. Right? Yeah, okay. So then this is... Okay, so this is 100, meaning it's 300. No? 200? I cannot do math. It's 210. No, 190. Okay, there we go. So I look at this in game. Now they're way too spread out. They were way too bunched up, and now they're way too spread out. God, balls. Mother flippin' balls. I used a god balls and then tried to do mother flippin' balls asterisks. And that doesn't work nearly as well. Okay, where am I trying to get these to end? Where in the heck were they starting? I don't remember where all of these things were before I started messing with this, and then it doesn't let me look at this unless I'm looking at the flippin' animation, because I added the animation to it. I wanted to remember where they started. Okay, the options button. But if I did 100, that's too close. But the other one's too far. So, in the middle. Okay. So then 200? No. $300? There. And then can I just move this entire thing up by like 50? Yes. That's what we're gonna flip and do. Okay, so instead of... So you're at 375. Instead of 575, so 375 plus 150. 375 plus 150. 525. Oh, duh. Nope. $525. Then you click on this and you click on that. So instead of 775, it's 375 plus 300. 675. Okay, so then we do the start is fine. The options is okay. No, we go back from here again. I want quit to end up at 300. I want options to end up at 150. And I want start to end up at 0. I want this to be 150, so 140. And then I want this to be, let's start. And then I want this to be 290. Okay, there we go. Jeepers. So now stop playing it. So now if I go back to the dumb dad blasted mother flipping game and I hit start. Okay, music. We're also gonna turn off that. I got it working. I got the options for it working. I don't have the options for the sound effect working. Okay, now it tells me where I had them originally, but that's okay, whatever. What? What in the world do you think you're even doing, you dumb? Okay, there we go. Options, there we go. I change that. I can quit. I can hit start. That starts the game. It needs to have a scene transition. Okay. It's main menu button animations. And also another victory piss. I still have no clue what I want for background. Although I just had an idea. Actually, what if I look up title screen? Okay, video game title screen. Sure, how about this game rant one on title screens? Okay, big logo, and then game world, basically. I mean, that's also pretty simple, too. Yeah, okay, no, this is also pretty iconic. I mean, I could use that model, finally. Okay, there's some extra button or something. What is... There we go. Ugh, again, the camera's just in some weird wonky space. Okay, and the camera is just seeing straight through the bottle. So if I move the bottle that away. It's just because the buttons are right there, which is kind of what Hollow Knight runs into, is this character in the background is getting covered up by the buttons. Yeah, a lot of these just do, here's an environment. I don't really have an environment, which is kind of why I was thinking I would just generate some potions. Yeah, a lot of these are just big logo. Well, a lot of them are big logo with environment. Personally, I like the backpack hero one, which is just here. Let's spawn some items. Yeah, I'm like, for Bump Squad, I think I did just the basic, like, scrolling background. So, how about I instead just do potion? Because you don't have to be tied to anything, right? Not models, prefabs, potion. And then again, we move it this way, so it can actually be seen. Yeah, it's one of those, I think I just kind of want to do that. That's the thing, it's like you're not a... I can't say like potion master, potion bottle, something or other, because it's... This is also the like shadow assassin thing. Okay, we're gonna just do potion spawner, because that's just very me. It's doing yet another generator of some kind. Well, I don't know, because it's like I could also do... It's just because the text is right there. Or the buttons are right in the middle of the screen. And I could move them, but because this is going to be a web build and I don't exactly know where these are gonna end up, that's why I want to have them there. So it's filling this part of the screen with something would be the safest bet. Okay, we're just gonna do potion. Well, the reason I don't want to do potions in the background is simply because I don't know. There was something recently that I thought I was doing like a... So what did I have for like a main menu here? The only problem with this is that if I try to play any of these, it takes forever to load it. It's like I just wanted to look at it just a little bit, and that's why I tried to load the project. But that doesn't count. It's loading it. I should try a different game engine and see if these things like this, where it takes 5 minutes, where it takes multiple seconds to hit play. I just wanted to try to remember what the title screen looked like for this. I just wanted to remember what the title screen looked like for this, or looked like for this. What's frustrating is I could see the game there, but it's not going to actually do anything. Great. Okay, so are you still running? You're still running. Kind of. Yeah, no, because I was running another instance of Unity. Now it's going to take forever for this one to start up. I mean, I guess I could do the symbol for the Philosopher's Stone in the background and like spin it or something. Yeah, which I do have this, but that's not a green Philosopher's Stone. It's supposed to be a red coin, but it's just kind of a red blob. So, well, and I'm doing these potion bottles. It's like a alchemy, but that doesn't really fit with shadow necessarily. I don't know, but if the dark background is dark. Okay, whatever. So, potion bottle. It's because then you have to make kind of like title screen related potion bottle thing. So you gotta make your own version of an asset. Yeah, it's like ideally if I could just draw something in the background and then animate it a little bit. Oh, okay. I guess this loads the game and then just slaps the title screen on it. Omega Strike, not Omega Strikers. Yeah, okay. A lot of these are scenes from the game. Or bits of environment and stuff. Yeah, or it's big logos and stuff too. I will say that Chrono Trigger one was the most iconic for me. Although I was just saying the Balatro loading screen definitely like sucks you in with its vortex. Yeah, I don't know that I have that much of a theme going in terms of... Oh, did I even look at these? I don't think I even looked at these. Yeah, okay, big logo. Pretty much all of them, big logo. I mean, that's literally what that is. Big logo with a little bit of smoke. Or just environment. Yeah, it's if the... Well, it's not like I have a specific potion bottle or something. Well, these are title screens as opposed to main menus. That's cool that they... These are actually like animated and stuff too. Yeah, I was like, this needs the audio though. For that one to hit. Yeah, and I think Dishonored just had an image as well. I don't think I have like an iconic image for here is the game that I could use. Not with this. I'm thinking way too hard about this. I think I should... Okay, this is gonna be a leave it for later kind of thing. It's because I want to kind of finish each thing. Like I have this finished, I have this sound effects isn't finished. But the button there is finished, button there is finished, button there is finished. They animate onto the screen. I don't have a title and I don't have a background. And I don't know of a good way to do a background. Well, and a lot of these I think have, yeah, like this object is slightly off center, which leaves space for something like this. Yeah, it's a logo with that, and then they just put the menu off center. Which I guess I could do, but it's simply because I don't entirely know what the resolution is going to be on a web page version that I want the buttons in the middle. But that doesn't leave a lot of space for stuff, which is why I was thinking of just doing a generator of here's a bunch of potions. Which, okay, you know what, that's fine. I forget why I didn't want to do that, but it's because it's a pain. Because it's a pain to say, okay, well, here is a potion bottle spawner. Yeah, and this is because I also don't really have a main character either. So then I have to go over here and I have to put a script that's the specifically for, you know, titles. Potion bottle spawner. Potion bottle spawner. And then I gotta go over here and I gotta put that potion bottle spawner on the object, and then screw you. Screw you. Screw you. Screw you. Screw you. Screw you. Why? I'm done with this engine. I know so much about Unity, but I think I'm done with it if everything is going to take 10 seconds to load. There we go. And even that was saying there's an error, because, oh, it doesn't exist. And it's like, no, you just hadn't loaded yet. Okay, so now I need the game object potion. And I need that to be serialized. Serialized field, potion. So then on, so update. If random range between 0 and 100 is 0, then instantiate a potion bottle at some position, actually with a random dot rotation. The position is okay, so we're gonna do a spawn position too. So vector 3 spawn position is so the X is gonna change. The Y is not, and that is not. I don't exactly know where that's going to be. It's kind of dependent on the camera. I mean, I could also instantiate the potion with transform. I could attach it to the camera. Then wherever I put the camera. Okay, whatever. 0, 0, 0. So now the spawn position is actually between random.range 0 and 100. Well, no, probably negative 100. Because this is along the X, and then like 100 and 0 on the Z, or maybe like 10 on the Z. I don't know. Whatever. Okay, so now. Oh, you finally popped it open? Okay, so I literally just stole everything from the other project. In this case, I'm stealing the menu from the other project, but not the actual title screen background. I could probably change up the buttons to make them a little darker and spookier instead of round and cute. Or maybe just get rid of the image on the buttons entirely. Do they still work if you remove the spray? realized the potion bottle spawner actually, it's got the script, doesn't it? So it might complain. Oh, okay. Well then actually get rid of the buttons. I think that'll work better for what I'm doing. Actually. So, no button. Background on that. And then no button background on that. Again, I could click all three and just to do that, which now that I'm actually thinking about it, I can do that. The text, rather. Instead of dark gray, do a white. And then I think actually it does need to be back to the hover color. So instead of sprite swap, do a color tint. It's fine. I think that's gonna look less cool, but well, it's like I would ideally want like the arrows or something. Okay, and then yes, I figured that's what you were gonna complain about because I hadn't gotten that far. There's a potion. And I don't know if they're gonna end up on camera or not. And actually, I could do both X and Y. So, scene, potion bottles. Where are they? You're at 0, 0, 0. Oh, because there are triggers that... No, they use gravity. This should be falling. Oh, so if they're all in the same spot, this should be kind of a horrible amalgamation of potion bottles. Yes. So... Huh? Didn't I add some kind of number here? Yeah. I said spawn position, right? Spawn position, see? Right there. The other thing is, why were they not falling? Is the question. And then they'll have to get rid of each other. They'll have to get rid of... Okay, so there's some potion bottles. I can see them. The camera. Where are you looking? Okay, this is another one of those, like, let's put the potion in front of the camera to see where that is. Okay, so 2. And like 2. And then on the... so maybe 3. So instead of 100, how about 3 and 3? And then the Y is like 2. The Z is like 2. Well, no, they're going to fall in front of the camera, so 3. And then here is actually another random dot range between probably more like 2 and 5. Okay, so why are they not falling is because of the constraints. These are supposed to... That's why. It's because I didn't want another set of bottles. Okay, they're gonna spawn off screen. It's because they have gravity, so it's like, ugh. Okay, so if I take this potion bottle and remove the constraints, and then I make this a prefab variant. Yeah, so this potion variation is a title potion. Okay, so then that can go away. This can be a title potion. This is way too much for this, but that's okay, whatever. Okay, now let's see if I can get a rain of potions. Pretty good. Okay, we're gonna do a variable for frequency. Frequency. And that'll be to 0 and frequency. And then the instantiate potion. And so then game object potion clone. How about title potion? And then title potion dot, nope, game object dot destroy title potion after 2 seconds. Probably a bit much, but that's okay. The frequency is going to be 0, meaning it's going to be ridiculous. So let's do more like 50. I changed the frequency, so it would be more frequent. Instantiate potion, which is that. Destroy the title potion after 2 seconds, right? Not frames. Oh, I guess I don't need game object destroy. Okay. Let's not destroy it this way then. Yeah, I didn't. I was not paying attention to notice a change in. Okay, but now, are you gonna make the potions? What? Huh? Title potion, frequencies 50%. prefabs. The title potion is just a slightly altered version of the other thing. Huh? Ah, that's a float. Int, sorry. There we go. Yeah, okay. So when I turned it into a float and said 1 of 50, that was essentially impossible for it to spawn anything. I regret everything. I need to change that to a lower number. And by that I mean a higher number. Because that's... Okay, well, it's not exploding. It's too much, but it's not exploding. Why am I seeing rainbow ones? Oh, they're just kind of running into each other. It feels like it's heavier on this side and not this side. I know that it floats. That's probably generating... Okay, because it was looking a little stiff. It's looking a little grid-like. So that might give it a little more space to roam. And then still a bit much on the frequency. Even if it can survive it. This is supposed to be a web-based version, so I don't need it to be exploding computers or anything. Okay, there we go. There's some kind of title screen. And then this is... You're supposed to be doing... Oh, it's pretty subtle on its color changes, but that's okay. Okay. So then I still need a name for the game. Is the other issue. I guess technically quaffing the potion is supposed to destroy it too. Okay, that's jumping, that's throwing potions, that's... The guards are not coming after me. Obviously the guards need a ton more work, but... It's throwing those potions. Yeah, and then that should have obliterated something. Yes, like the red and blue potions aren't supposed to be doing anything. But yeah, you're supposed to do something. And you don't. Could probably tone down the force of the throw, too. It's supposed to be an underhanded throw as well, so... Okay, so now all I need is the name, and then I can kind of call the title screen done. I need the transition between screens still. So it's the title screen background. The game name. Round bottom bottle. Yeah, and it's really making a logo. Would be huge too. Yeah, that's really what it is figuring out the name of the game and then making a special font and logo. Yeah, at least for like this kind of main menu. That's what I'm working with is main menu. So, is there other words? Is there other synonyms? Synonyms. Synonyms for drunk. 177. Wow. Yeah, but this is all... No, it's because it's like, yes, you're going to be quaffing potions, but that's not necessarily going to be drunkenness. How about drink? Synonyms? Which is, I think, where you get quaff, and that's like, yeah, I already did that. Which quaff would be absolutely perfect, but that's already a game name. Potation. Yeah, quaff. It's so good. That's exactly like what I want here, but that's... Okay, and this time I'm not stopping until I get a title for the game. Guzzle. Guzzling. That quaff is nice and old-timey and stuff, too. Okay, so those can go away. I figured out some kind of title screen. Yeah, but if I do something like libation or something, that's... It really just thinks of alcohol, and it's like, that's not really what this is. It's gaining power through drink. Is there a word for, like, drunken master? That's might also sort of be what I'm going for. Spellcaster? Shadow drinker. Yeah, I didn't have like drinking shadows or anything. Plasmid. Plasmid's not a real word, right? Small extrachromal DNA molecule within a cell that is physically separated from chromosomal DNA and can replicate independently. Okay, wait, if I go back to the wiki for alchemy, is there just some word I can use? Yeah, elixir is also good, but I also found something that is using elixir as a word. Charlatanism. Is there a word for all of the classical elements, maybe? Or is classical elements just that? I need a name. How about shatter? Is there synonyms for shattering? There's a lot of words. Like Disenchanted's already the name of something. Bunk. Sadder and wiser. How? This is the exact thing that happened last time. I'm just trying to come up with a name for the game, doing the most boring thing possible, and then somebody shows up. How and why? Thank you for the good luck. If you're curious about what I'm making for the jam, well, I'm assuming that means you know what the jam is, but if you are curious as to what I'm making for the jam, I'm trying to come up with a name, but doing an immersive sim where you use alchemical potions. So I just finished making title screen stuff beyond the name. May or may not need to tone down the number of potions there, but... And yeah, still gotta work on the guards. I started getting the pathfinding working, but... if I can get out here, yeah, so you get a quaff a potion, which doesn't actually do anything right now, but that's hopefully gonna do something. And then you can chuck potions, and then... Yeah, there we go. The white potion turns things into spirits, but... And then I still gotta finish the rest of the... Yeah, that's supposed to be Aether, and then this is supposed to be Earth. I need to make it brown, really. I think would be better. And then... You know the Pirate Software Jam? He's been talking about it a lot lately. Well, I mean, it's a couple days into the 2-week time frame. So... Yeah, that one's supposed to be air. This one's supposed to be Aether. That's supposed to be Earth. And then obviously red and blue are supposed to be fire and water. Yeah, I'm happy this Aether one came out. So, yeah, the big thing is to get the actual people doing their thing and then getting the rest of the potion abilities working correctly. Yeah, and I figured out the jumping so that it's a little better. Not the best, but better. Well, it's because I tried adding a little bit of coyote time, and then it turned into, now you could jump even higher, and it was like, that's not really what I was aiming for. So. I mean, I guess I could just have a jump that happens with, Yeah, so I'm definitely happy with my progress. If I can come up with a name for the game, that'd be great. Oh, and I got some of this working. There's no music attached to this, but this music one's working, and then the sound effects. There's no sound effects. Not a ton of sound effects, but... And there's a lot of this that I stole off of previous, like, old projects and stuff. So, it definitely gave me a leg up. I mean, it's also bad code that just keeps getting worse as I keep using it for new other projects. But... been interested in game development since COVID began and learned a lot. 2 weeks into figuring out how to make the movement on the game to not send you 200 kilometers into the air from momentum. I mean, I've been doing this for 12 years or something. Wait. I have my Steam Deck has an ability to do links to my itch.io. Hell yeah, there we go. Let's get some use out of this Steam Deck. There we go. But yeah, I've got like 30 something games here on itch.io, and then my portfolio has even more, because there's some of them that I don't think I have on itch. So I guess 2013 is when I said I started it, but although I think that's when I just kind of put them down. There's a couple that are from like high school or college. Yeah, there's some of these I think are older, and I just put them under 2013. But yeah, for the most part, I've been doing a couple games a year in terms of game jams and stuff, and then trying to do other smaller projects, but it's not... Yeah, my bigger projects have not gone as well. I keep taking a long break and never coming back to it. But yeah, in terms of programming, that's always going to be... You're always going to have to overcome your own stupidity. There's always going to be problems to get over. It gets easier, but it does not get easy. 2013 began in 2020, but it was a dream for some time before then. Well, I did, that was my degree, was also game design and development, so that was something I figured out in high school, that it was like, okay, this is what I want to be doing, and made a couple of small steps towards it. Made lots and lots of projects, and I did get a Unity development job, so I at least am using Unity, but still not for game stuff. Okay, what was my... Oh, stolen was the other idea. I don't know, I kind of like... The potions is kind of what I've hinged the game around at this point. But then when I look up potion, there's just not enough synonyms. Okay, and it's like elixir is perfect, but I saw something that already had that title. I mean, I could call it elixir for now, but no, no, this. You had it earlier. There. Oh, that's definition of potion. I was kind of hoping for synonym, antonym, or whatever. Hey, thank you for the follow. Oh, I guess I typically do game development on Mondays and Wednesdays and indie games on Fridays, but it was probably a good solid 2 weeks of Elden Ring, and then it turned into now it's going to be a couple solid weeks of Pirate Software Jam, so filter, concoction, brew, elixir. Elixir's perfect, but that... Yeah, like I said, if I can mash words together. I did see Gnosis and Gnosticism, and I'm like, oh, that sounds like gnome, which I like gnomes. It's not entirely related to what I'm making here. Elixir of Fun. It's like round bottom potion. That's a round bottom bottle. There's nothing that's been like quick and small and short and also not used anywhere. And also gets the theme across. That's the problem. Compilation? Or the refining process in metallurgy. Yeah, it's like quaff. Quaff and elixir are both kind of like, that sounds perfect, that sounds great. And they're both already used somewhere, so I think they're both used for board games. Okay, how about alchemical symbols? Is there different words for... I don't know, it's been kind of vague. It's a bummer that I kind of figured out what I want the game to be, but can't come up with a name that gets that idea across. Was the entire stream thinking of a name? No. I've spent... Actually, it's been probably like half an hour. I spent 15 minutes. Now it's kind of turning into another 15 minutes here. But... makes sense that you don't somehow start working on it till you come up with a name. It definitely helps. Like, if you can find a name that gets across everything that you want into... like, it definitely helps. Yeah, I don't tend to focus on name too much. But... 2 weeks, I also feel like I have time to think about it as well. Because that's even, like, the name Gnomeable that I did for Twitch was... that's a recent thing that took me a while to come up with, because every time I tried to find the word gnome mashed together with another word, somebody was either using it, or it was a World of Warcraft thing, or it was a Hitman thing. So... and I still think the mouthfeel on Gnomeable doesn't sound great, but I'm like, I like it enough. It sounds like either knowable or, you know, doable. Which I like both of those in terms of ideas. Ammoniac? Salmiac? I mean, it's like Aether is kind of the, like... Okay, well, at any rate, the title is mostly done. I still have to come up with a game name, but it's still not coming to me, so... I'm gonna just skip over that. Okay, scene transitions I still need to do. So, hopefully one of these other projects will load, so I can just steal the scene transitions from this. And then no, the answers say it won't load. Okay, I'm gonna go grab the restroom real quick. Okay, the transition panel is a prefab that I can just steal from past self and hope that I did it right. That last part is doing a lot of heavy lifting there. And okay. There. BSJ15. That's what I could call it. That's not gonna be a unique name either. Prefabs. And then I mean, I've been having a good weekend working on this stuff, and yet somehow I haven't had a ton of energy either. It's just been kind of siphoned. Yesterday, I think it was eating watermelon gave me a headache for some reason, which is a bummer because I like watermelon, but I'm looking for Bump Squad. I want to go back to this. I really should. Although I was kind of in a funk after Elden Ring, so that's why I'm doing a game jam. And it's helping. It's definitely helping me to get back into the swing of things. Prefab. And then transition panel. Did I already pull it over or not? I did. So did I pull over all of the parts of the transition panel, though? That's the question. Thanks, Unity. Projects folder is almost 140 gigs. Yet I have nothing half finished, and it's mostly just experimenting. Yeah, there's. If I go look at those piles of projects, is it? I mean, I think there's probably a lot of these that are. Yeah, okay, those are not anything. That's not anything. That's. That didn't get finished either. That's nothing. That was a game jam. That was a small project. That's a project I just started recently with a friend that also fell through. Well, I don't know. There's a possibility he'll come back when he's got an ability to do so. Yeah, this is what I spent all last year on, and I want to go back to it, but I just got scared when I'm like procedurally generating a card-based game and then figuring out the AI for that just sounds nasty. Yeah, that was the other big project that I spent a year on that was like, oh, I don't actually know how Smash Bros. Works. I don't even know what that one is. And yeah, I think there's a good amount of these that are just sort of not anything. That's apparently a duplicate. Okay, yeah, no, I don't need to look at all my failures here. The transition panel, it's literally all I was looking at, has this main menu animator controller that I believe I did pull over. So it might actually be good enough. So the question is, when I hit go, how do transition? I mean, it's most likely just run the that's options menu. No, wait, that's the main menu. Actually, no, wait, this is not the main menu, is it? So take me back to the main menu. I guess now I could yap about more things. I was yapping about Pokemon earlier, but I don't know anything about Pokemon. It's probably not a good one to yap about. Really should yap about more immersive sim stuff. Yeah, I was a little bummed with Mussolina. I know it said it was going to be fairly random, but it was kind of a little too random for me. And way too easy to die. I think also the physics-based movement was also... And the fact that it was sort of twin stick, that also... there was a lot of reasons that I'm like, this is not entirely my thing, but it was also $5. But I also think it's, since it was a fairly good, fairly easy thing to look at, Okay, so menu buttons. All of these are gonna have a run the transition, right? So, how do transition? Transition. Most of the scripts I wrote in Unity are just if collide set either to active true or active false. That's not. I don't know if that's a. Because I think you end up with a ton of game objects, and then you just have to make sure whether they're active or inactive. I tend to spawn things in and then delete them, which I think is a little more costly, but. Well, and I've done a fair amount of procedurally generated stuff. That was one project that I was kind of proud of, was, yeah, this one, where I made a kind of a crude level of detail system where it's like, if I'm near objects, they're active, but otherwise they're not, just because because I was just a madman and decided that each of these buildings is going to be made of way too many pieces. And then there's also all these people with all their parts, and then the planes all flying around and everything. So, I had a lot of fun with this project. I was pretty proud of it. Oh, this just popped up. I thought Chrome exploded. Found about it, but destroy game object and still haven't moved to it. Well, I mean, that's even like past couple of projects. I forced myself to start using like the new input system and all that, and it's like, oh, that's this right here. This thing has been dead for a couple of years, and I still use this over a sprite. But I think some of it is because I take my base character and then I have all of the different parts that I swap out and stuff. It is tempting to just stick with the thing. But I really should get more into a sprite. And I just downloaded Blender the other day because I'm like, okay, I can do some vague amount of voxel art, but I do want to learn how to actually do 3D modeling. I was looking for how transition. Yeah, because I think one of my only other attempts at doing 3D was... I keep yawning like I'm tired, yet I got enough sleep. Yeah, this one, where I used Paint 3D, and that's what that it got knocked on the submission, was like, sorry, it's kind of ugly. I'm like, it's simple, not ugly. Yeah, which is a bummer too, because this is on the high definition render pipeline, and that didn't even work. But yeah, visuals was where I lost points. Although somebody said that this game fit the theme the best, which was nice to hear. So, 3D model and sometimes animate in Unity Pro Builder. I still haven't tried Pro Builder. It's because I keep doing procedurally generated games where it's like, okay, you're making your own spider web here. You're like, it generates islands. It generates all the stuff there. This was a 3D generated maze and stuff. I just have never actually sat down and made a level. I'm just allergic to story-based stuff. I don't mind story-based games, but I just don't make them. Okay, so let's pull this over to this project somewhere. Pro Builder's pretty nice and should try it. Save me a lot of cubes mixed together in the form of a house. Well, I think I just haven't done a ton of 3D stuff either. I've done some amount of voxel art stuff, but it's not a ton of... Yeah, and this was somebody else who did the 3D art there, which even that's not a ton. But yeah, I suppose this is a fair amount of pulling together objects from in Paint 3D. Yeah, the other 3D projects I've done have been other people helping me, kind of thing. But yeah, I think that's the next phase I want to move into, is actually doing real 3D stuff, and not just cobbling together some voxel art or some Paint 3D horrible whatever nonsense. I was looking at menu. Was it this menu? Was it the other menu? I mean, either and or both are going to need to load the... Okay, and then for maximum confusion, I have two different menu scripts. I'm like all ready to brand myself too. I'm like, here's all these catchphrases. I could put that on a sticker and then nobody is gonna care. I'm still bummed that Redbubble is being stupid and I gotta actually contact them if I want them to actually make my shop available, and I put a lot of work into it and then I just haven't thought about it. But that's every project. I put a lot of work into it and then don't finish it and abandon it. And okay, time to pull more from past self. Wow, you're so smart, past self. No, I just... This is probably saving me, like, minutes of time rather than more than that, and yet here I am continuing to do so. Okay, I did pull over that animator, and I did pull over that prefab, so theoretically I should be able to, if I didn't already add a transition panel. Yeah, okay, that has a main menu animator controller. And then this main menu should now have... Yeah, this is serializable, so save. Do the thing. Hello? Somebody's unhappy. This menu is unhappy. Your customers make me unhappy. What about the shareholders? Who's helping them out, huh? Okay, because my brain is entirely... Because I watched The Incredibles way too many times as a kid. Let's see... Was there a... Yeah, I was like, I could talk... Like, I played Princess Peach Showtime recently, but I feel like I talked about that one recently, too. Again, I could talk about Squad Busters. That's still playing that and still having fun with it. Yeah, it did slow down a little bit, though. When I stopped eating breakfast, I stopped playing the game. Which may or may not be good, I don't know. Still fun, but also... Well, it went from when I had the time for it, I remembered to play it, but now that I have to make the time for it, it's not happening as much. But I'm not sure if it's the right time or great question, but do you know any packages that have great starting points on movement systems, similar to the old Unity standard asset bundle? Unfortunately, I don't. I don't know if there's a... Yeah, and I think a lot of the stuff that I've cobbled together, like I said, it's been from old project pulled into new project, and then from that new project into a newer project. So it's a little ugly in that regard. But yeah, because it has stuff like 3D characters and animation. I was kind of surprised looking through the... Like, so if I do new project... I was surprised that they have some pretty filled out projects in Thanks Unity. Yeah, some of these templates are actually pretty filled out. There's some pretty nice templates in here. Because my friend and I were like, oh, let's do a boat racing game. It was like, I was trying to figure out a game that was like let's do a Mario Kart, and then landed on, oh, let's do a boat racing version. Like, let's do another Hydro Thunder, and then found that there was a full like boat racing example project kind of thing. So, but yeah, so they've got like FPS micro game. Oh, it was based on the editor version. But if you are looking for like, I'd poke through some of these templates, because I was kind of surprised that it had like a whole boat racing game, and I know I've downloaded that, like, here's a whole roguelike and stuff. So oh, learning maybe. Oh no, that's all templates. Yeah, this karting micro game and stuff. Yeah, it might be on previous versions of Unity too. So in terms of like new versions of Unity. Yeah, and I don't know how hard it would be to take an old version and then just kind of say, hey, could I convert this into a new version? Okay, but... yeah, because I know I still go back to look at, like, the Bracky's video. Like, that's literally what I was doing to try figuring out pathfinding again. It was like, oh, let's pull up that Bracky's video. Luckily, I just needed the, like, a little bit of help. I was surprised how much I did remember, but didn't have it fully memorized. Okay. The transition. Which should be the... nope. Prefab. Transition panel. And then you. There. Okay. Then. Now I think I need to actually hit load game so that it actually uses that. So load level. Scene name. So load level. Smapple scene because I can't type. And I think if I just use some reverse psychology on myself and say it wrong, it'll come out right. Okay. Yeah, load level. Just grab you. And then do load level there. Okay, and then see if this transitions correctly between scenes, meaning we go back to main menu. Yes, Unity has left me behind in some regards. There's some of that stuff like the dots that I really should mess with. Like, that's the kind of projects I do. It's very like generate a bunch of objects kind of projects, and yet I have not messed with dots. And I know there's like lots of 3D shader stuff too, like the shader editor stuff. That was funny that the one TikTok that I had actually like go viral was just me asking like, oh, what's the best? Which one looks the best? Okay, you're still pull. Yeah, there we go. It's like pull up the correct one. Updated name. Yeah, and I was like watching the one video go viral and then posting some more for this jam, and I was like, yeah, I don't think that's gonna do very well, is it? And the answer is like, yeah, no. Has not gone nearly as viral as this. And I'm like, why? I keep getting responses to this too that are like, I think I have the results of the poll. It's somewhere between B and D. I like D personally, so I'm like no shading here, but it's just funny that this, just a basic poll of whether this thing looks good or not, is the thing that popped off. Okay, so back to Main menu. Why'd it get so hot? Like I turned... I have the windows closed to try to not get as much heat, but I guess it is kind of the end of the day here, so... Oh, it does say temps to drop. Like when and where, though? 91, okay. No wonder I keep complaining about the heat. I can just hit go on this, right? And hope that I did it right. I did have one instance where I coded it right the first time. Someday does roll around sometimes. Kind of weird. Not really what I would expect, but it does happen. And... open. Okay, things are still clickable. Transition panel, did you get on top of the start somehow? Transition panel? You should be like way the heck off of the... Yeah, you're not even anywhere near the thing. I don't know if that's exactly where you should be, but... So main menu, transition panel. Okay, the start button, I can see it. So I'm like, why are you being a pain here? Start. Quit. Oh, that isn't changing this. The middle of the potion is still white. That needs to be a dark color. Or rather, it needs to be the same color as the potion, but... Wait, can I just do change all the children? That's, again, getting distracted. I just need this button to work, you dumb. So if I hide the transition panel, are you going to work? Yeah, I don't think this is the best title screen, but this shows that I thought about the title screen. Why are you not doing the thing anymore, you dumb? Probably because I put in the name wrong. So here, main menu, load level, sample scene, transition, set trigger, start. The transition time, which is 1. And then scene manager, load scene with that name. So, is this wrong, or is this transition start not working? Sample scene is the scene. So that seems correct, but I'm also not seeing the transition doing anything. So this is the animator. Has a trigger. Start. Set trigger, start, and then here. Conditions, start. So that should be transitioning just fine. Let's do... Can I hit play on the animation for this? Ta-da, 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 ta-da. Okay, so... You're doing that correctly. Why in the heck are you not responding anymore? Is something on top of this? Oh, I got very lucky that the buttons are... Okay, so if you click the very top of the O, it'll actually start instead of doing options, but... So they're basically overlapping. Not great. But as long as you're not hitting the bottom of the start, it should be fine, right? Okay. More musica. Do I want to listen to... Yeah. I'm not going to notice the difference between the remastered version and the mastered version. Although I suppose remastering means you didn't master it the first time, right? Or maybe you just need to master it again. So, it was working. And then I broke it doing this transition stuff. That might be a bit much in terms of stuff in the background. Okay, you know what? We're just gonna get ballsy and do a build and see if I can also quit. Or if I ruined that as well. Because I can hit the options. That's the weird thing. So. Let's see. Okay, let's just pick a franchise and talk about it. Kingdom Hearts. I saw a title screen for Kingdom Hearts. I have not played any Kingdom Hearts except for Kingdom Hearts 358 Days Over 2 on the DS, which I thought was actually really good. I know Kingdom Hearts has been known for, like, confusing AF, but in terms of the storyline for 358 Days Over 2 as a standalone thing, worked well enough for me. I don't know if it would have been more impactful had it been had I known the rest of the franchise, but the main game was impactful enough. Yeah, I thought the end of that storyline was sad too. For just some like weird spin-off Kingdom Hearts game. Thought it was pretty emotionally effective. Okay, options. That's still working. Start. No, start is just busted. Okay, when it's not a tiny little screen, the potions get a little more spread out, so quit. Okay, so just start is busted. Let's try it from the other end. If I come in the back end, can I get back to the main menu instead? So, and I go back to here. Yeah, I'm still gonna have to do a lot of work on the guards and stuff. Yeah, sound effects entirely. It's gonna take a while. I think I have an idea for doing the glass breaking sound effect without actually breaking any glass. And I could go find the audio somewhere, but I'm also like, I have enough things lying around that I think I can make some audio that sounds close enough. Okay, so now if I try to quit out by going to the main menu, you go to the main menu just fine. You did not transition correctly, though. Why do you just seem not clickable? Like, I didn't disable that. Okay, transition panel. So when I go to the menu, and I do load level main menu, transition, it's supposed to be, yeah, yield return wait for seconds, then load the scene. Because that's supposed to let the transition happen. Okay, so now if I go here, and I say run the transition panel, oh, that's the start transition. End transition. Yeah, because it's supposed to be loading up from there, too. Oh yeah, transition set trigger start is when that should be triggering the animation, I would assume. Okay, so then we hit main menu. Is it a layering issue? It doesn't seem to be. What is your major malfunction? I don't remember why in the heck it's way the heck off screen, but that's okay, whatever. So... I mean, 1 second is... It's 30 seconds for the animation. So 1 second should be completely fine. Why are you like this? So then game. Ta-da. Okay. But you don't seem to be doing the thing that I want you to be doing. You seem to just think about it. Transition, set trigger, start transition is the animator for the transition, which is this transition panel, which has the trigger for it, which I already saw here. It has this start trigger, which is here, conditions start. So it should be doing the start transition, which is the cover up transition, right? Yeah, so it should cover it up. But it does not. Is the current scene like a warehouse? The only warehouse level I played was the one in Doom. Yeah, the idea was a warehouse level. Was the I don't know if I was thinking like Indiana Jones or something, but it was like just sort of you run around a warehouse. I don't know. I like to do the level generation stuff, and it felt like a warehouse was not too hard to put together. Yeah, and I'm like, oh, I could switch out the crates, and I think I also want to rotate the crates at some point too. So there's some more level generation stuff I want to mess with, but yeah, and the goal is to go find like the philosopher. Right now it's to go find the philosopher's stone and leave, but yeah, so it's trying to find some little red coin basically, which I think is probably going to get harder and harder as I continue to destroy the level. Yeah, it's a little harder when yeah, I might have to undo the shadows too. I made it really dark at one point, and then I'm still debating on it. Because I did want stealth, and I'm like, okay, that just says shadowy environment and stuff too, so. Yeah, but the shadows are kind of too much. Yeah, so there's a light on this. So you can kind of see past the shadows, but... Try putting in one of those IKEA shelves in the furniture warehouse. That is a Calax. I have a couple of those. I actually do know what that one is. Yeah, I did want to put some more shelving and stuff. That's level generation is gonna. There's gonna need to be a lot of that. Because I think that because I was looking at Dishonored. I haven't gotten around to Dishonored 2. I only very recently finished Dishonored and was like, this is awesome. I need more immersive sims in my life. So I'm making one instead. But yeah, I'm like seeing how the first screenshot they show is the environment. And even this is like, okay, well, the whole point is sneaking around the environment, so. I don't remember this part of this level. I don't know if I... Then again, I did miss... Maybe this is a different level entirely. There's half of a level. There's one level that I missed half of it. And I feel like I should go back and play it. Just to see what the other half of that level was. Because I missed a lot of stuff. But yeah, there's a fair amount of going up and down stairs and avoiding guards and stuff that... Yeah, I think it might be a bit cramped with all the boxes and stuff, but that's just kind of the starting environment. Okay, are you going to continue to be a bastard? Well, I needed to start. I need to be able to hit the start button, and I don't know what I broke there, but... Late 2000s console graphics is something I wish was easy to recreate on newer engines. Are you talking like the PlayStation, like original PlayStation aesthetic? I know that's kind of been a indie game boom. Is the like low res art, like low poly, low res stuff. Because I know people have done the like I know Garbage has those videos of just low res Valorant and stuff. Although I don't know that it's like super quality in terms of. I think there is a gulf between just decimating the polygons and actually making it. Yeah, okay, so there was. Yeah, this.
Hey everyone, Garbage here. Hey everyone, Garbage. Modern lighting and rendering technique.
Yeah, there we go. Yeah, I think there is a pretty big gulf between like, yeah, this is a decimated low res, low. Yeah, PS4, PS3 era. Okay, so something a little more than just like PlayStation, but. Yeah, I don't know if there was like an era that is really like the stuff I like. Well, and I've done a fair amount of like voxel art, and I think that's not as common as an art style. At least for 3D stuff, is I've done voxels. But I think I need to push into more high-res stuff, because that's what I did with my VTuber. Is I was like, okay, we're gonna up this to a lot more pixels. Keep the pixel style, but a lot more pixels, and now my channel's actually started to grow some. So, after 4 years of streaming, and then it's, don't compare yourself to other people. It's like, yeah, but some of that's just a progress check, and okay. I need that start button to work is the thing. So main menu, start. Yeah, play game, load level, sampled scene. I didn't spell it wrong. I made a joke about spelling it wrong and then proceeded to spell it right. I swear. Sample scene. Yeah, I do tend to like round and cartoony and stuff. Which is funny, because I also like pixel art a lot, which is the opposite. Well, no, pixel art is still cartoony. It's just not round. Unless you have a lot of pixels. So, it's working here to do main menu, load level, main menu, and this load level works completely fine. But it's not working here. Either that, or it's not hitting play game. So let's see if the button is getting hit. It's either the button's not getting hit, or the play the game. So is the button getting hit and it's not transitioning, or is the button not getting hit is the question. Because if I can figure that out, I think I might just skip the transition stuff and come back to it another time. I think that tends to be how I instead of doing, here's a very polished first piece and then a very polished second piece, it tends to be, here is a really cruddy version of everything, and then here's a slightly better version of everything, and then, oops, this is very hard, I'm going to do a different project. Tends to be the loop. Okay, so start. Are you getting hit or not? Yes or no? Yeah, Clue is another one that I quote a fair bit. I don't think I've ever quoted the, like, flames on the side of my head or whatever. I think it tends to be the, like, is there anyone else in the house, yes or no? So, play the game. Play the game. Play the game. You don't appear to be playing the game. This is main menu, not sampled scene. Okay, so it's hitting that. Meaning That's not loading correctly. Is it not sample scene? I could have... Okay, so let's just undo. So I did Control S. Undo. Sample scene. Okay, well at least now I have it, so... Load. Level. I could have sworn I had it spelled right. Okay. Okay, so now I know it was hitting the button. It wasn't that the button was covered up. Transition panel also does not appear to be doing anything. Okay, go. Do the thing. Yeah, seeing the name Aaron Gaming Dev TV, it was funny because I was just watching Airanimus on YouTube. I think that's sort of how it is. Who was talking about started the Pirate Software Jam and then was like, this theme is hard and I have other projects I'm more interested in. We're gonna do something else. Which makes sense. There's a couple jams where I found the theme very hard and then the game doesn't come out nearly as well. That's kind of why I stopped doing that's why I did like 2 of the Let 'em Dare jams and then was like, these themes are not inspiring to me. I think it might have also been just what I happened to pick, but... okay, we're going back to that. Whatever. I'll mess with transition stuff later. Yeah, I've definitely felt that which is surprising. There's so many projects that I start and never finish, but this card-based numberless card tactics game that I was working on all last year, I've actually been inspired to continue working on. And then I just let other stuff get in my way. Oh, that and the Theory Crafter game that I was going to do a skill tree building roguelike. Yeah, I was definitely inspired, and then I landed on somebody, didn't I? It was like when you continue running. Okay, so I could put this back in the dark again. So now for the actual core gameplay, I think I need to add like treasures you pick up and stuff too. Oh, the results screen. So I need to make it so that you can get captured by a guard and then you end up on the results screen. Yeah, I don't like the little animation transition there between the crates. That does not look good, but... at least the platforming's feeling good. Steam Deck support has been a godsend to the Steam controller configurations. Interesting. Yeah, I never did pick up a Steam Deck. I kind of bummed that I missed out on the Steam controller too. I think if only because I picked up I picked up an Xbox controller, it got kind of worn out, and I picked up a new one. That got kind of worn out, and I picked up some newer ones. And then the cords on that was kind of iffy, and I was like, okay. And then, very recently, I picked up a new Xbox controller that I've liked a lot that is not a first-party Xbox controller. I kind of figured the first-party ones would be better, but I've had issues with them. But now that I've had a good time with this third-party controller, I'm like, man, it would have been nice to pick up a Steam controller. It seemed neat. I thought I brightened the shadows a bit. They still seem pretty dark. I had the same Xbox controller since 2014 and it still works fine. Yeah, no, then that was the controller that was working for me. Like that second controller I had, I rubbed the top of the controller off, so that was just not as fun, not as comfortable to use. And then, like I said, the newer first-party Xbox controllers had connection issues. But the controller that I was using up until this last upgrade was the oldest controller because the only issue I had with it was the wire was starting to fray. And I was like, I should try getting a better controller. I've actually liked the one I've got. It's this little like nano Xbox controller that it's kind of weird. I think I like the bigger, chunkier controller, but it works really nice. And it's got little extra buttons that I have not used for anything. But they are fun to click. They've got these like little clicky buttons on the bottom that I keep messing with. I was the results screen, meaning I'm gonna just do if you bump into. Okay, wait. Transition panel. I didn't finish it, so I can't really mark it as finished. Yes, scene transitions. So did not finish it. Not gonna mark it. Don't want to mess with audio. Okay, I want to make sure all of the menus are kind of done. So back to that. Never liked Xbox, but still have 2 Xboxes for some reason. I actually liked the Xbox One. I had fun with Sunset Overdrive. That was a good one. But yeah, the only console I have now is the Switch. And the Switch I still get a lot of use out of. The Switch is really nice. Not a graphical powerhouse at this point, but there's some good games on the Switch. Yeah, that was my problem with Xbox. It kind of with PlayStation too, is that there was a couple of games I want to play on there, and that just is hard to do a purchase for a couple of games. Like there's stuff like Bloodborne that I'm like, I would love to play that, or like Shadow of the Colossus. But it's like maybe 5 games on PlayStation, so I just can't. I can't really justify that purchase. Switch retired ever since you got the OLED last month. Yeah, that's. Well, I know they're about to do another Nintendo console. I'm assuming it's gonna be another Switch thing. Had the Switch since launch. I remember distinctly I picked up the Super Mario Odyssey version. That was the game that got me so excited. And I still love that game. Haven't played it in quite a while, but yeah, that's another genre that I want to get into is a 3D platformer. I've never done a 3D platformer, but that, like I said, I haven't done a ton of 3D stuff either, so. And I am distracted. Getting pretty close to popping off to dinner too, but okay, there's got to be something small I wanted to finish first, right? Oh, the results screen. Okay, I really just want it to be, because I have a results screen, but it's not actually tied to anything, and there's no way to trigger it. So hope they don't underclock the processor like they did with the Switch. I didn't even know that. I mean, it makes sense, though. It's like Nintendo tries to do their not as graphically intense games, and I doubt they want, like, a little kid to wear out their Switch immediately playing too much Fortnite or something. Yeah, I did have the problem with the Switch controllers, though. They definitely wore out, and I've gotten a couple sets of controllers. It's one of those things of, like, as the controllers keep breaking, I'm finding more and more reasons to, like, maybe I'll just get a collection of them or something. But I still did get just a plain black, like, nano Xbox controller, not something crazy. Okay, guards will be the next thing. It's the results screen. I need it to actually do stuff and actually be triggerable. So, let's just say if you bump into a guard, so that's the player here. If you bump into a guard, you are caught. So, bool, caught. And on collision, enter. if it's a guard. Did I have a trigger on the guards? Yeah, so this'll be well, yeah, I still need to do like the pickups, and then I think the skeleton for like creating to just create content in terms of fix the guards up and fix the potions up, I'll be pretty good with. The lack of grips and then the quick stick drift is crazy. Yet the launch Joy-Cons work fine. Huh. Yeah, because that's, like I said, I got the Super Mario Odyssey version of the Switch, and the, yeah, those Joy-Cons wore out. Which, you know, it matches my Super Mario Odyssey like case and stuff too. So it's kind of a bummer that they wore out. I keep forgetting what I'm doing. I answer a question and then somehow that completely derails my train of thought instead of just slightly derails it. Okay, on collision enter if it's a guard. That's what I was trying to check. Was the guard... Are you tagged as a guard? Yeah, I'll probably have to do a little bit more to make them guards instead of just... Okay, so NPC, whatever. NPC works too. So if collision dot game objects dot tag equals a NPC, then caught is true. And if caught, then pop up the results screen, I guess. Yeah, because I think the results screen even pauses. How did I... something popped up the results, right? Or no? Mine were fine since I never use them. Because I use the Pro Controller. Okay. Yeah, it's only like the last year or so that I got a Pro Controller. It was when I got the Tears of the Kingdom. I think I finally got a Pro Controller because I was also having the stick drift issues. And I haven't had any problems with the Pro Controller. But I think I was just using it for... No, I guess I did play... I've played Tears of the Kingdom, Princess Peach, Kirby, and the Forgotten Kingdom. I always want to say Kirby Canvas Curse. That was the DS game that I loved the absolute heck out of. So it's just Kirby Canvas Curse has a nice ring to it. Okay, yeah, it was Kirby and the Forgotten Kingdom. So yeah, no, I'm getting some good use out of my Pro Controller. So the player is caught, and then it should pop up the results screen. Oh, it's the options. The option menu was popping up the... Okay. What? So we're going to just put it under menu and say... Yeah, we're just going to tie these together in a way that's weird and ugly, but that's fine. Because it's a game jam, and also it's a first draft, is what I say every time, despite the fact that may or may not stay the case. So results, and this is the results menu. Oh, and I have this. Okay, show results. Oh, I have this already. If show results. There's nothing triggering show results though, right? Okay, so I did think about this. So show results. Show results is true. Oh wait, actually no. Wait, you're already turning it off. Yeah, okay. And then, so player needs the menu for maximum confusion. Menu. Yeah, I'm like at the point of like, I need to use the restroom, but I'm gonna just push through because I'm like, it's close enough to dinner anyway, so. caught equals true, and then here on update. If caught, then menu show results. Okay, so now if you run into a guard, it'll show the results screen. I need it to actually say words. Or I need the results screen to actually get tied to numbers and stuff. But I feel like it's a fun challenge to make a game every week for a month, but for some reason I get tired from working too slow for 8 hours a day. Just what you did 2 months ago. Make a game every week for a month. That sounds like a lot. Working too slow for 8 hours a day. I've been tempted to do like a game a week challenge, but I feel like the magic is in making a bigger project and actually pushing that out. And it still eluded me. Okay. So bump into you. There's no menu. Player. Wait, so do you have your games somewhere? Do you have a list of your... Because I'm always curious to... I love seeing what other people make, so feel free to link anything if you got stuff to show off. Bigger project definitely sounds better than the 4 small ones. Well, some of it might also be just finishing a thing too, to the point of like polishing it and getting it out there. Because I think there's a tendency with game jams and even small projects where it's like, okay, as long as it's something is working. But that's why I keep trying to go for longer timeline projects and picking stuff that's just too big instead of stuff that's big. Yeah, I keep wanting to aim for like that couple month project, which I sort of did with that Theory Crafter game. Like, I think Theory Crafter is actually what I wanted for it, and then I keep doing other stuff. Wait, did it pop up? Because I think it's a good idea, and my friend said it's a good idea for doing like a skill tree building roguelike. The other thing is that it's also a... Like, instead of being purely about, hey, this is a roguelike, you know, I roguelike-ified something else, but also that I had an idea for actually pushing roguelike design forward, and that instead of doing one build, you're doing a bunch of builds and then choosing which build you want. Yeah, plus I wanted to make it free enough that if you wanted to make your own pictures out of the skills, you could. Yeah, I put 3 weeks of work into it. I put 2 weeks of work in and then had kidney stone problems. And then life happened for 3 months, and then other distractions happened for the past couple months, so... Probably show what I'm working on when you get to start working on it. Well, I tend to put my stuff out there just as like a social journaling, basically. Just so that I can look back on the progress. That's why I'm pretty strict about posting, like, here's the progress I did every day. Because I think it's way too easy to fall into the, like, time just passes. But if there is, like, a deadline of, okay, I want to show that I did something today, then... Okay, I need to make the panel bigger, too. I think I kind of want to darken that panel, too. Join the Discord, you just share it there when you get some time. Sounds good. Yeah, and I look at Discord stuff after. Yeah, and I was trying to be better about using the Discord a little more this year, but it just gets to be so... There's just so many people talking about so many things, and I'm like, I can't keep up. I'm like, it's just too much for me. I don't even talk to my friends enough, let alone trying to file a Discord conversation. But luckily, my Discord's super small right now, so like on a... It's a bummer because there are some communities that I wouldn't mind being a part of. Like I like Keith Burgon, like I like his games. But that Discord's always so busy that I'm like I can't talk on there. It's just a constant barrage of conversation. I darkened the results panel and I wanted to make the results panel a smidge bigger. Do this, please. Why are you this weird size? Typically, it just spits it out as, like, the same size as the thing. It just looks odd when it's not fully... so that's negative 500. It just looks off. Okay, is that over the edges of the screen? It's looking a little more like it's over the edges of the screen. Okay, so... at this point, I think I'm gonna go do dinner and come back. Go for a walk, get some sun and stuff. So I'll be back in probably a couple hours. Hopefully it won't be like hours and hours like it was yesterday, because I got a little distracted by watching Vikings. But I don't have a headache or anything today, so it's a little easier for me to just sit and crank on stuff. So I'll be back in probably a couple hours. So bye-bye. Thanks for stopping by. Have fun. Good luck. Bye.